Katie and Mr. Charlie Russell. The other figure that we talked about a lot in your childhood was your grandfather. Well, both your grandfathers, but primarily Grandfather Russell, whom you call the old man.
Yes. He was extraordinary. One time in Louisiana, the Knights of the Ku Klux Klan had this black guy out in the woods beating him. And you could hear him screaming and crying for mercy, at least a mile away. So my grandfather heard that, went and got his shotgun and loaded it with bird seed, and went out and shot into the crowd about a half a dozen times. And it dispersed the crowd. And he never went to see if the guy, he just left. And he's talking about old Doc something and others. So he's picking out bird seed for a week. And when my father was born, my grandfather realized in that part of Louisiana, there was no school for the black children. So he decided he got to talk to some other guys, and they got together enough money, and they went to the lumber yard and bought some lumber. And they bargained and negotiated and paid for the lumber, and went and got the wagon and the mules to take the lumber to the site they were going to build a schoolhouse. So when they got back to the lumber yard to pick up the lumber, the guy at the lumber yard said, "What you boys going to do with all this lumber?" Well, one of them in the crowd said, "We're going to build a schoolhouse for the kids." He said, "They don't need to know how to read to pick cotton. In fact, I'm not letting you do anything like that. I'm not going to sell you the lumber." So my grandfather says, "Okay, well, just give me my money back." He said, "No, I'm not going to do that either." There's no agreement that a white man has to respect with a bunch of black boys. So my grandfather said, "Let me get this straight. You're not going to give us the lumber, and you're not going to give us the money back. Well, the third option is I'll have to kill you." I went to get a shotgun. And so the guy in the lumber yard said, "Well, you guys have that lumber." And so they built the schoolhouse, and they got together $53 to hire a teacher for a year to teach at the school that they just built. And that was the kind of stuff where he says, he says he didn't take nothing off of nobody. And along that line, my grandfather never went to school in one single day. My father went to the 6th grade and he dropped out. I did 4 years at the University of San Francisco. And my youngest child, my daughter, graduated from Harvard Law School. So that's the evolution of the family from my grandfather to my kids, from no school to Harvard Law School.